Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Shineability Show. If you haven't been here before, my name is Robin Carberry. I am a business coach, and I help Gen X women start, build, and scale successful online businesses. So I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs in things like offer development and funnel strategy, launching, and more. But what I truly love is helping Gen X service-based experts grow their businesses like the grown-ass women they are. So I come here live every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to talk about why online business and marketing advice for grown-ass women is different. So what am I here to talk about today? And by the way, as you come in, say hey, let me know you're here. If you got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments, whether you're watching live or on replay. I always circle back and answer them after the fact. So what I'm here to talk about today is the grown-up lead magnet. So, do you have a lead magnet for your business? And if you do, does it reflect the grown-ass, woman-owned business that you're running? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, right? So there's a pretty good chance if you have a lead magnet, it might be something that you created several years ago. You created it, you put the opt-in on your website, and you said, yes, I've created this, and you moved on. And that's completely normal, because when you create something like that, and it is a big deal to create a lead magnet, it's normal to say, yes, check that off my list, awesome, and move on with your business, right? But what that does not take into account is, first of all, our businesses change and evolve over time, just like we do. Secondly, our clients' needs change and evolve over time as well. And third, the more time you spend working with your audience, communicating with your audience, forming a relationship with your audience, the better you get to know them, right? So something that worked a couple years ago may not work so well now. So I'd like you to take into account these 3 tips, these 3 questions when it comes to either the lead magnet that you currently have, or perhaps if you don't have one, the ideas that you're tossing around in your head when it comes to lead magnets. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, does your lead magnet speak to the people you serve today? Let me give you some examples here. So perhaps when you started your business, you were in web development, you were developing websites for people, and maybe your lead magnet was tips for optimizing your website. That's a great lead magnet idea and probably brings web development clients to you. But if your business has evolved and maybe you're doing funnel design now, that web development optimizing lead magnet is bringing the wrong people to you. Second example, maybe in the past you served VAs. Your audience was full of virtual assistants, and your lead magnet was a resource for finding jobs for virtual assistants. But perhaps today your audience is now full of copywriters. That lead magnet that speaks to VAs is bringing the wrong people to you. So you want to make sure that your lead magnet is drawing the people that you serve today to you. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, or question number 2, does your lead magnet or your lead magnet idea resolve a top of mind burning issue for the audience you serve right now? You really want to do this, because if you're not, you're missing a huge opportunity to help these people from day one. From the second they mash that button and say, yes, I want this thing, you want them to receive something that gives them value. Gives them value is a term that's used a lot in the online space. But what I mean by that is you want to give them something that truly helps them from the very beginning. That is going to make them more likely to open your emails when you send them. It's going to make them more likely to interact with you and engage with you on social media. And ultimately, it's going to make them more likely to want to work with you more closely. So tip or question number 3 is your lead magnet or your lead magnet idea basically a blog post in PDF form? So in today's environment, in order to get somebody to hand over their very valuable email address to you, we need to do a little bit more than that. So I'm not saying you need to give everything away. I'm not saying it needs to be a 50-page ebook or something of that nature. In fact, we don't want that, because that is just going to overwhelm people. What I invite you to think about when it comes to your lead magnet is, rather than a top 10 list, which is very blog post-like, think in terms of swipe files or just actionable information that people can implement in their business and in their life right now, today, and get results. That is more than a blog post, right? So those are my tips for revisiting your current lead magnet or developing a new lead magnet today. If you've got questions around this, that is one of the things that my Facebook group is called. My Facebook group is for. My Facebook group is called The Impact Project. And if you just need some help brainstorming some ideas, throwing some things out there, the group is full of Gen X women who are business owners and who are ready to support and help you. And I, of course, am there too. So please click the link that I'm going to drop below and join the group if you're not already there. I'd love to see you. And if you have any questions, of course, you can always drop them here on this post and I will circle back and answer. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m.